Good morning. I am Durant Williams, Director of Office of Counseling, College, and Career Services, OC3. Welcome to the 2026 Counselor of the Year ceremony. First, please help me thank the Central Gwinnett High School Jazz Band, led by Band Director Herbert Jackson, for the beautiful musical selection. Thank you, Principal Shane Orr and the Central Gwinnett High School students. To our Gwinnett School Board members, district and local school leaders, and to all who are here with us today, welcome. We are here to celebrate the amazing school counselors of Gwinnett County, who are among the top in the state and in the nation. Thank you for being part of our 2026 Gwinnett County School Counselor of the Year ceremony. The South Gwinnett High School Army JROTC, led by Colonel Kenneth Johnson, will present our colors. After the colors are presented, Berkmar High School's Malaya Green Edwards will lead the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by Shiloh High School's Chastity Looney, Messiah Ellis, and Chrislyn Smith, under the direction of Gina Hawkins, Choir Director, will sing the national anthem. At this time, please stand and remain standing until our colors are retired.
Color guard, up and turn. Carry colors. Right face. Forward, forward. Mark time, forward. Guard, pull. Left face. Reset color.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose brush stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated.
Good morning. We have a few friends coming in. Everyone fought the traffic this morning. My name is Hope Williams, school counselor at Lovin Elementary School, and I have the honor of introducing our keynote speaker, Dr. Therese Johnson Morgan. Dr. Morgan joined the Gwinnett County Board of Education in January of 2021. Her electoral district includes all or portions of the Berkmar, Discovery, Duluth, Meadow Creek, Norcross, and Peachtree Ridge clusters, as well as Gwinnett School of Math, Science, and Technology, and Maxwell High School of Technology. Dr. Johnson Morgan is an educational leader, public servant, entrepreneur, and learning facilitator with more than 25 years of experience advancing diversity, equity, inclusion, justice, dignity, belonging, and liberation. She is an advocate, author, artist, and lifelong champion for multicultural and multilingual education, mental wellness, and global learning. She made history as the first Black woman elected board chair, serving 2 consecutive terms, and she is currently serving her 3rd term as board chair. First elected to the school board in 2020 and re-elected in 2024. Her term runs through December 2028. Dr. Johnson Morgan earned a BA from La Universidad del Sagrado Corazón in Puerto Rico, an MPA from Columbia University, an MBA from Emory University, and an EDD in Educational Leadership from Capella University. She is multilingual and speaks English, Spanish, and some French. Originally from Houston, Texas, Dr. Johnson Morgan lives in Gwinnett County with her husband, Andy Morgan, their family, and pets. She remains deeply committed to public education, the arts, and ensuring every child is seen, supported, and empowered to thrive. Please help me in welcoming Dr. Johnson Morgan to the stage.
On behalf of the Gwinnett County Board of Education, I want to take this moment to honor and thank every school counselor across our district and extend congratulations to our Counselors of the Year. This recognition reflects your compassion, consistency, and courage. Counselors sit at the intersection of academics and humanity. You guide students through college applications, career decisions, and you steady them through crisis. You listen and you notice. You notice what is unspoken. You advise, advocate, and activate hope. You see our children, and you serve them with dignity and grace. Your work carries so much weight, and as a parent and as an educational leader, I recognize professionally, personally, and systemically how much you have to navigate through the pressures of school and life and society. You coach families through uncertainty. You mentor youth through change, and you communicate with clarity and intention. You make space for truth. You make space for emotion and possibility. I offer you all sincere and deep gratitude. Many of our students are navigating trauma, economic hardship, bullying, racism, inequities, fear tied to ICE, and deep uncertainty about their futures. And they are asking for safety, security, and belonging that goes beyond metal detectors. You give them comfort, and you give them the care they need to pursue their dreams. So thank you. Thank you all for pouring into our children, and they need you more than ever. They're suffering with traumas and triggers, and they are impacted by what is happening in society in this moment right now. They are asking to be known, to be valued, and to be protected in their full humanity. And you answer. You answer with grace, purpose, presence. You hear them and you help them heal. There's a saying, to be heard is to begin the process of healing. And when you take the time to listen to our children and be there for them, you create the condition for healing to begin and for dreams to flourish. So as I reflect on this moment, I can also connect this to our core beliefs and commitments. As a board, we work so hard together on these commitments. And I see you. I see how our counselors live daily the heart work of these core beliefs and values. Every student deserves dignity, access, opportunity, and support. And you give so much of yourself, and we all are so appreciative of the sacrifices and how you go above and beyond to do the work you do to meet the needs of each and every student. And we also need you all to take care of yourselves. Support one another. This heart work is also your heart, your health, your healing, and your harmony. There is so much power in community, so I encourage you all to continue to share tools, share resources, share the load, build, learn, analyze system, articulate your needs, and improve processes to ensure meaningful progress. Continue to build strong partnerships with family and community organizations so your load is less heavy and the circle of support for our students is stronger and wider. Thank you, counselors, for your leadership, your love, your humanity, and your service. You are not just supporting students through history, you are shaping how they survive this very moment. They will rise from it, and you will help them write what comes next. Your presence is a promise to our children that whatever is happening in this world, in their homes, in society, that they are never alone. And you promise, and you love, and you care, and you give them hope. And right now, more than ever, our children need to know that they are cared for and they belong. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Nicole Carrington, school counselor at Shiloh Middle School. I have the honor of introducing our keynote speaker. Dr. Al Taylor is a dedicated leader in Gwinnett County Public Schools since 2002, serving in various roles to support student success. He was appointed interim superintendent on April 2nd, 2025, and will continue serving the district in this role through April 2nd, 2026, or until the board appoints a permanent superintendent. Most recently, Dr. Taylor worked as the district's chief of schools, overseeing the Division of School Improvement and Operations, which provides direct support to schools, oversees the local school plan of improvement process, and manages federal and special programs, including Title I. In this role, he focused on helping schools operate efficiently and safely while maximizing student achievement. A lifelong educator in GCPS, Dr. Taylor also held positions as a middle and high school teacher, a high school assistant principal, a middle and high school principal, and a middle school assistant superintendent. He is also a graduate of GCPS's Quality Plus Leader Academy Aspiring Principal Program, Cohort 4, and has taught graduate level courses as an adjunct professor at Piedmont University. He earned a bachelor's degree in business education from Georgia Southern University, as well as a master's degree and a doctorate in educational leadership and policy studies from Georgia State University. Please help me welcome to the stage Dr. Al Taylor.
Good morning. Oh, come on, this is the happiest group of individuals that we have in the district. Good morning. Good morning. It is certainly an honor and privilege to be here today. I'm always just so encouraged to be around such positive energy, particularly in the morning and particularly right now, given all the negativity that we're experiencing. I don't think you as counselors appreciate how much we lean on you, in these moments. When I think back to the beginning of my career, and as I've reflected on the different positions I've held and the different interactions I've had with counselors, the title of the ceremony, Leading the Way, I think is just such an appropriate label for the work that you've done. You lead the way in so many different aspects. Obviously, we would not have been where we are with SEL had it not been for you. Most of us had never heard of those words before, and particularly not together. So when I think about the role of the counselor, I think there are a couple of adjectives that we would all kind of agree, right? So the first, and the one that I think always stands out, is this idea of care, right? That genuinely caring individuals. The reason I think that's important in our work, particularly on the admin side, we can get really lost in data processes, we can get lost in the minutia of the work, and it always excited me. No matter how small the thing was, all my counselors seemed to really care about whatever it was, right? And genuinely demonstrate excitement, and it's so contagious. The second word that I think comes to mind that we can all agree, compassion at such a deep level. The counselors that I've always had the privilege of working with, there's no question that they feel at a very deep and intimate level what others are feeling. And that can be so consuming for most individuals. But somehow counselors power through, and still, though they're taking on the burdens of all those who are around them, are still able to just exude happiness and joy. The last word that came to mind is one that I'm not certain that I've heard referenced in terms of counselors, but I think it's one that is absolutely appropriate and very fair and accurate descriptor, and it's courage. The reason that word came to mind, I started to think about some of the most difficult situations, some of the most difficult conversations that I experienced as a principal. I can't remember one that didn't have a counselor next to me, right? Whether it was sharing with a child that their parent had just been killed or was passed away, whether it was dealing with very intense physical or sexual abuse and being the one that is the one engaging with the student and creating that safe space to open up. That idea of courage as a descriptor probably needs to be the first C for counselors. Now, individually, those three words I think are very good traits to have. They're important traits to have. Collectively, though, I think it's important for us to recognize that creates a tremendous burden. To genuinely care, to genuinely have compassion and have courage, that can be consuming. So we're here today to celebrate you, but you're at work, so you actually have 3 assignments that I'm going to give you. One, and it was really nice to hear Dr. Therese actually reference some of the same things. So we didn't compare notes. So these things that I'm going to tell you actually, we just genuinely believe these to be true. The first, because you teach and you encourage self-care and you model self-care, sometimes those are the individuals who struggle the most with it. Right? It's very easy to tell people and to be the model and example of what self-care should look like, but sometimes we don't practice what we encourage others to do. We need you in that space, so the first assignment is really owning self-care, and if that was on your resolution list and it's still on your list a month in, there's a good chance you're going to carry it through the rest of the year, and if it's not too late to add it. But really focusing on taking care of yourself. Something else that Dr. Therese said that I have on my list, supporting one another. No one really fully understands the role of the counselor except for another counselor. Right? A couple months ago, I shared with a couple of groups the story of the sequoia tree. So some of you may be familiar. Sequoia trees are these massive, beautiful trees, grow to heights of sometimes up to 300 plus feet. And when we think about a tree that large, we automatically assume that the root system has to be miles long, right? Miles deep. That there's no way a tree 300 feet tall can stand without a very massive and robust root system. Well, the sequoia is unique in nature because it's actually the opposite. Sequoia trees, their root systems are only at most a couple of feet deep. They don't gain their strength from their individual roots. What the sequoia does is it branches out its roots, sometimes up to several hundred feet, and it grabs onto the roots of the trees next to them, gaining nutrients, but also gaining stability. So they lock arms in the work and their strength in the support that they provide for one another. And there's nobody who's going to be able to support you as phenomenal as I think our leaders are in the district. No one can support a counselor like another counselor, just because we as much as we think we know what's going on in our buildings, we don't really understand the work of counselors. We don't. I can say that. Now, principals, I want you to attend to the applause that happened. That was not a marker of where I thought applause was going to happen. But no, it's a true recognition. We do our best, but we can't. But you can, right? And so the last thing that I really want to close with as your last task. Remember, we need you far more than we tell you that we need you. Right? Sometimes we get lost in the work, we get lost in the minutia, and we forget to say thank you. These are the huge thank yous that we have, but just know, just because you're not hearing it doesn't mean it's not, your work is not appreciated, it's not seen, and it's not valued. So, but today, it's about celebrating you, and so we do thank you on behalf of the entire district. I certainly echo those sentiments that Dr. Therese shared, and thanking you for your work, what you've done, what you will continue to do to make Gwinnett great. So thank you.
Today, we gather to recognize and celebrate a group of professionals whose work directly shapes the academic and personal journey of every student who walks through our doors, our incredible school counselors. The brochure you receive highlights just a glimpse of their impact within our data-driven, comprehensive school counseling model, including thousands of student contacts through individual sessions, small groups, and classroom lessons. But numbers only tell part of the story. The true impact of school counselors is found in the moments when students finally feel seen, heard, supported, and understood. To our board members and district leaders, thank you for your critical role you play in supporting school counselors. Your investment through funding, structures, and advocacy creates the foundation that allows comprehensive school counseling programs to thrive across our district. Because of your leadership, school counselors are better positioned to meet student needs and contribute meaningfully to our shared vision for success. To our local school administrators, I want to pause and offer a sincere thank you. Your support for school counselors working in their true role, providing direct services and implementing comprehensive school counseling programs with fidelity, makes a meaningful difference for students, schools, and our district as a whole. As we look ahead, we value your continued partnership and invite counselor supervisors and leader counselors to join us for our upcoming Spilling the Tea with OC3 professional development session. I'll repeat. Spilling the Tea with OC3. This learning opportunity will help strengthen alignment, clarify roles, and ensure consistent implementation of the comprehensive model across schools. Your engagement reinforces that school counseling is essential to student success, and we look forward to continuing this important work together. To our school counselors, the center of today's celebration, thank you. Thank you for being the steady voice of reason, encouragement, and compassion in a student's day. Thank you for stepping into the hardest conversations with grace and for celebrating the smallest victories with joy. You are often the bridge between a student's potential and their belief in themselves. You are the ones who help a child navigate a tough friendship, a challenging class, a personal crisis, or a moment when life simply feels overwhelming. Your influence reaches far beyond academic guidance. You support emotional wellness, help students set meaningful goals, and open pathways to their future college and career journeys. You collaborate with teachers and parents, ensuring that no student falls through the cracks. You model patience, empathy, professionalism, and hope, qualities that matter deeply in the lives of young people. In closing, the impact of your work is immeasurable. You empower students to grow academically, socially, and emotionally. You help shape them into confident, capable young adults who will one day look back and realize just how much your support mattered. On behalf of the entire district community, thank you for your continued dedication, your passion, and your unwavering commitment to the success of our students. We appreciate you today and always.
Good morning. I am Anna Pash, school counselor at Norcross High School. I have the honor of introducing our keynote speaker today. Dr. Jonathan Wetherington is the principal of Paul Duke STEM High School. Before being named principal, Dr. Wetherington served as the director of science in Gwinnett County Public Schools, where he helped develop and strengthen STEM education in schools and at the district level. He believes that knowledge, motivation, and engagement are the key ingredients for student success. Dr. Wetherington has a long history in STEM education. Prior to serving at the district level, he taught science at Brookwood High School from 2007 to 2011. He also has taught classes at the post-secondary level as an adjunct instructor at Emory University and Georgia Perimeter College. Before transitioning to education, his scientific research career centered on understanding the biological basics of learning. He holds a bachelor's degree in cell biology and a specialist degree in educational administration and policy from the University of Georgia. He also earned his PhD in biological science from the Medical College of Georgia. Please help me welcome to the stage Dr. Jonathan Wetherington.
Good morning, counselors.
Good morning.
Great. So I have the awesome responsibility of expressing all of the administrator gratitude in this room, and I can tell you I'm going to fall short. But today we gather to celebrate a remarkable truth. Gwinnett counselors lead the way. You lead the way for our students, for our families, for our schools. You are the compass of care in uncertain moments, the bridge between challenge and opportunity. The lighthouse that keeps our students oriented toward their brightest futures at the most difficult time. So I'm going to take you back in time a little bit. For some of you, it's before you were even born. My personal journey with school counselors takes us back to the early 90s, I know. At Central Gwinnett High School, go Black Knights. where a young and immature Jonathan was a peer leader and a struggling teenager. Someone had the bright idea, let's take one of our most difficult students and make him a peer leader. And man, I was a mess, guys. I was the definition of high potential and wasting every last bit of it. I was headstrong and rear end foolish. Yet my counselor saw both my potential and my present, which I was determined to make a mess of. They saw who I was, and most importantly, who I could be. They were able to help me center myself and leverage my strengths to be a better version of myself. That I carried with me through college, grad school, early start of a career, and then a transition into teaching. When people ask what a school counselor does, I wish they could follow a counselor for one day. Really, it's an amazing experience. They'd see a 7:15 a.m. hallway check-in with a student who didn't sleep last night. They'd see the small group circles that helps the student find their voice. They'd see the transcript review that opens the door to dual enrollment, the FAFSA workshop that unlocks a scholarship, the crisis plan you carry out with calm, and the quiet phone call you make to a parent to say, hey, we're in this together. Counselors do not respond to a crisis or a student question. You lead at the most difficult of times. You lead with data and passion, coordinating MTSS supports, building comprehensive programs that nurture academic growth, career readiness, and social emotional well-being. You make our schools safer by teaching coping strategies, normalizing help seeking, sometime for the adults as well, and connect students to resources before small problems become big ones. You build a college and career-ready culture at all levels and at all schools by meeting students where they are and helping them see where they can go, just like my counselor did for me. I'm reminded of a composite story that represents so many students in our care. Let's call her Alexis. Alexis arrived mid-year, new to the district, grades slipping, confidence lower still. A counselor noticed. One conversation turned into a plan, a schedule adjustment that reignited interest, a mentor to build belonging, a family meeting that turned stress into strategy, and a check-in routine that transformed anxiety into action. I've seen it happen so many times. 2 semesters later, Alexis stood a little taller, spoke a little louder, and believed a lot more. We all signed the diploma, but a counselor helped write the path. From our elementary counselors laying the foundation of empathy and self-regulation, which nowadays, Lord, we know we need a lot of, to our middle school counselors guiding identity and growth, thank you. To our high school counselors aligning pathways with purpose, you lead each and every step along the way. You partner with teachers, collaborate with administrators, as difficult as we can be to collaborate with, coordinate with community agencies, and move mountains behind the scenes so students can step forward into the spotlight. To our counseling leaders, department chairs, district coordinators, and those who mentor the next generation of counselors, thank you for setting a high standard of excellence and equity. To every counselor here, thank you for bringing your full self to work every day. Your experience, your expertise, your advocacy, your relentless optimism. Your work is not a service we offer, it is a promise we keep. To the school counselors I worked with as a student, teacher, district leader, and local school leader, I want to take a point of privilege to say thank you. To say thank you for seeing who I am and who I can be at each stage of my journey. It's not always been perfect, but it's always been all that I am, just like our students. The counselors that I've worked with have transformed the life of so many students that I wanted to take a moment to offer my most sincere gratitude. You are amazing leaders, and for you I am so grateful. Please offer a round of applause. I'd like to echo what Dr. Taylor shared and recommit to 3 pillars: the care, the compassion, the courage that you bring each and every day. You are the heartbeat of the promise of education. Because of you, students discover strengths they didn't know they had and futures they didn't know were possible. And I stand in front of you as an example of one of those students. Thank you for your courage, care, most of all for your leadership. Thank you for guiding, connecting, and leading the way every day in Gwinnett. And please join me in a huge round of applause and thank you for all that you do. Thank you.
Good morning. The recognized ASCA Model Program designation for school counseling programs, known as RAMP, is the highest recognition of a comprehensive, data-driven, and results-oriented program. The strict scoring protocol is rigorous, and it requires that school counselors provide evidence of their program, such as vision and mission statements that are aligned with the school and with the district. Program goals that are identified and selected by using current student data. Lessons and interventions that garner results, which improve student achievement, attendance, and/or discipline. An annual calendar that prioritizes both district, direct, and indirect services to all students, as well as a partnership with and feedback from all stakeholders. The 10 scored components of the ASCA model require a reflective narrative. This compels school counselors to understand and expound beyond what the numbers illustrate. Being designated a RAMP school is an outstanding honor, celebrating the intentional, the quality, and the difference-making work that we in Gwinnett County expect from our school counselors and their programs. It is no surprise that Gwinnett leads the state and the nation in RAMP designations, with 39 schools who have earned RAMP. That's more than some states alone. This year, 6 schools earned RAMP designation, and we ask that each school come forward to be recognized for your tremendous achievement when we call your name. Earning RAMP for the first time, Meadow Creek Elementary School. Principal Adrian Tedesco and counselors Caitlin Chitty, Lindsay Nelson, and Maisha Reynolds. Please join me in congratulating Meadow Creek Elementary School on their RAMP designation. Also earning RAMP for the first time is Moore Middle School. Principal Dr. Adrian Wiley, counselors Mary Abrams, Taylor Brost, and Michelle Frett. Please congratulate Moore Middle School on their RAMP designation. Earning RAMP for the second time, Norcross Elementary School. Principal Dr. Kasha Sutton, counselors Amy Crapo and Shelby Gonzalez. Please join me in congratulating Norcross Elementary on their re-RAMP designation. Earning RAMP for the third time, Roberts Elementary School. Principal Dr. Dion Jones and counselors Man Chiavon and Rachel Fogelman, please join me in congratulating Roberts Elementary School on their re-RAMP designation. Thank you so much. Earning RAMP for the second time is Sycamore Elementary School. Principal Dr. Kelly Scarborough and counselors Latessa Bayane and Nicole Moody. Please join me in congratulating Sycamore Elementary on their re-RAMP designation. Earning RAMP for the fourth time, White Oak Elementary School. Principal Stacy Pickett and solo counselor Dr. Lauren Wilson. Please join me in congratulating White Oak Elementary School on their re-RAMP designation. At this time, Kim Gear will come forward to present our remaining awards.
Good morning. At this time, we will recognize the recipients of our Writer of the Year, School Counselor of the Year, and Administrator of the Year awards. The Writer of the Year award recognizes writing published within the last 3 years that contributes to the professional learning of school counselors and emphasizes the importance of school counseling as an integral part of the educational process. The School Counselor of the Year nomination process is conducted on a cluster-wide basis. Each cluster nominated an elementary, middle, and high school counselor. All counselors then had an opportunity to vote for one nominee at each level. The 3 finalists from each level were invited to complete and submit an award nomination form review for the recognition committee. The recognition committee, composed of district level and school personnel, had the challenging task of selecting award recipients from an exceptional pool of finalists. When reviewing nomination forms for School Counselor of the Year, the committee looks for evidence that the counselor implemented a comprehensive school counseling program that creates success for each and every student. In addition, nominees must be members of Georgia School Council Association and American School Council Association in order to compete for the state and national recognition. When reviewing nomination forms for Administrator of the Year award, the committee looks for evidence of administrator support and promotion of counseling services, assistance with implementation of new programming, and efforts to improve existing counseling program services. We extend our sincere thanks to all nominees who submitted award nomination packets this year. First, we will recognize the Writer of the Year. This year's Writer of the Year award goes to Dr. Erin Kilpatrick, counselor at Archer High School. Erin, please come forward. At this time, we will recognize the finalists for Elementary School Counselor of the Year. Please come forward when your name is called. Sherry Ferguson, Ferguson Elementary School.
Ms. Ferguson, thank you so much for all that you do for our Ferguson community.
Congratulations. Congratulations, Sherry.
Congratulations. Love working with you.
Congratulations, Ms. Ferguson. Thank you, Ms. Ferguson. Thank you, Counselor Ferguson.
Congratulations, Counselor Ferguson. Thank you for all you do.
Yay!
Charlemagne Stallings, Graves Elementary School.
She's a very creative-minded person, and I tell her that all the time. But the kids do really react to her very, very well. So we just wanted to say we do wish you the best as being a finalist, and we'll see what happens next month. So congratulations.
Hope Williams, Lovin Elementary School.
Thank you, Ms. Williams, for always being authentic.
Thank you, Ms. Williams, for teaching us integrity.
My fellow Spellhouse mom, thank you for your love and spirit, for loving not only on the students, but on us teachers as well.
We appreciate you. We love you. We celebrate you. Thanks for leading the loving way.
We really, really appreciate you for everything that you do, especially for our kindergarten friends. And we all just want to tell you, thank you.
At this time, I would like to invite Ms. Altonese Royal, Principal of Ferguson Elementary School, to introduce this year's Elementary School Counselor of the Year.
Good morning, everybody. I am so honored to be able to take this special moment to recognize someone who truly makes a profound difference in the lives of our Ferguson students, families, communities, staff, principal, admin team, every single day. Our school mission is all about promoting excellence for the whole child. And let me tell you, Sherry Ferguson exemplifies what it means to serve the whole child. In her work every single day, she advocates for not only academics, but student social and emotional well-being, ensuring that every child feels seen, making sure that they feel supported and valued. And I've even seen her make sure that children and families eat at night and have a place to sleep at night. Those who know her will tell you she is intentional about building relationships by collaborating with teachers, families, community members, foundation members. She creates a system of support along with her team that truly supports our children and helps them grow. Her work goes far beyond counseling. She's a leader. She is a problem solver, and she's been a steady presence in the Ferguson community for the past 15 years, and especially during moments when students need guidance, love, and encouragement, and really care the most. It's because of her commitment and compassion and her impact in our community that we are proud to celebrate her today. So please join me in congratulating and celebrating our Elementary School Counselor of the Year, Miss Sherry Ferguson.
Next, we will recognize the finalists for Middle School Counselor of the Year. Please come forward when your name is called. Dr. Katana Parrish, Lilburn Middle School.
Dr. Parrish is our amazing sixth grade counselor, and she leaves us speechless, but we have a couple of words that we'd like to share with you.
Considerate.
Compassionate. Dedicated.
Amazing.
Graceful. Prayerful.
Admirable. Selfless.
Supportive. Delightful. Energetic. Thoughtful. Awesome.
Nicole Carrington, Shiloh Middle School.
Miss Carrington, congratulations on being nominated for the Middle School Counselor of the Year.
Congratulations, Miss Carrington, from the administrative team.
Thank you for the impact that you have had, not only on my life, but for every life in the school.
Congratulations. We love you.
Thank you, Miss Carrington.
We love you, Miss Carrington.
Miss Carrington is T.
Thank you, Ms. Carrington, for being the true epitome of what we all hope for in a counselor.
Robin Butler, Snellville Middle School.
Congratulations, Miss Butler. I'm glad that you made it this far, and I'm very proud of you. I love you very much.
Congratulations, Miss Butler.
Congratulations, Miss Butler.
Congratulations, Miss Butler. Thank you for all you do and continue your great work, and we all love you.
Miss Butler, we're so proud of you.
Congratulations, Miss Butler.
Congratulations, Miss Butler.
Thank you, Miss Butler, for helping me in all the things you do. Congratulations.
At this time, I would like to invite Ms. Michonne Vaughn, principal of Snellville Middle School, to introduce this year's Middle School Counselor of the Year.
Good morning. It is an honor to celebrate Miss Robin Butler as our Middle School Counselor of the Year. Miss Butler is an educator who truly embodies our values in each and every student, safe and welcoming schools, college and career readiness, and academic excellence. Prioritizing each and every student is a daily practice for Miss Butler, who knows students by names, and just as importantly, our families know her by name. She champions equity and believes deeply in creating a sense of belonging while courageously challenging any circumstance that stands in the way of it. Through community mentoring, lunch and learn opportunities with families, and her leadership of the Counselor Advisory Council, Ms. Butler ensures that every voice matters and every student feels seen. Ms. Butler sows fruitful seed in creating safe and welcoming schools. She leads transition experiences for rising scholars, and she collaborates intentionally with our teachers to strengthen and nurture positive relationships with our scholars. It is no secret that if we ever need to locate a student who is having one of those days, chances are he's already in Ms. Butler's office. Further, Ms. Butler's guidance of our school's peer leaders continues to cultivate the growth of all Comets, modeling empathy, leadership, and our shared vision of excellence, while preparing students to serve through will and want. And seeing the world beyond for our scholars, Ms. Butler's impact in college and career readiness is notable. Ms. Butler's commitment to academic excellence is reflected in her belief that learning never stops, including for herself. She is a learner at heart, actively engaging in Georgia School Counseling Association conferences, professional learning, and courageous conversations rooted in curiosity. She also serves as a mentor counselor for new counselors to the profession. Ms. Butler leads with integrity, compassion, and vision, and always aims for excellence. She's a believer in chance, an agent of change, a woman of compassion and character. Congratulations, Ms. Robin Butler.
Recognize the finalists for High School Counselor of the Year. Please come forward when your name is called. Emmanuel Rutledge, Central Gwinnett High School.
Hey, look up in the sky. It's the junior counselor. It's the NCAA advisor. It's the golf coach.
It's the care team coordinator.
He's able to calm the most emotional students.
He is out there good. That's faster than speed and bullet. It's the co-head counselor. Hey, everybody, it's Superman.
No, it's Mr. Rutledge.
Mr. Rutledge, congratulations on being nominated for GCPS Counselor of the Year for the second year in a row. As principal of Central Gwinnett High School, I want you to know that I recognize and appreciate the tireless efforts you put forth each and every day for our students.
Amy Burke, Gwinnett School of Mathematics, Science, and Technology.
If I had to describe Amy Burke in one word: compassionate,
empathetic,
effervescent,
warm,
caring,
strong,
supportive,
dynamic,
Invaluable.
living Care Bear,
Positive.
joyful,
Genuine.
kind,
understanding, altruistic,
Dedicated.
energetic,
generous,
knowledgeable,
sparkling,
well-read,
prodigious, unwavering student champion.
The work wife and friend everybody wants.
the best.
Pamela Medlin, Meadow Creek High School.
Ms. Medlin, we all love you. You're a phenomenal counselor. Our students love you and truly appreciate everything you do.
I'm grateful for Miss Medlin because ever since I came to this school, she has gave me the confidence to be the person I am today.
I appreciate Ms. Medlin for every opportunity she's given to all the students at Meadow Creek High School and wish her the best of all of her future years here.
Miss Medlin hasn't only helped me, but she's helped everyone at this school. She's been the light in the dark, and she's been the sunshine in the rain. We love you, Miss Medlin.
I would like to invite Dr. Kevin Wood, principal of Meadow Creek High School, to introduce this year's High School Counselor
of the Year. Good morning. It is my absolute honor to introduce Ms. Pamela Medlin, someone who embodies compassion, courage, and a relentless belief in the potential of every child who walks through our doors. When you ask her students what Miss Medlin makes her so special, you hear stories about someone who just doesn't describe a great counselor. They describe a life-changing person. Emilio, he told me, she helps me a lot getting out of trouble and setting me on the right path. I would not be here if it wasn't for her. Zaria, who once did not trust any counselors at all, stated that during one of the hardest moments of her life, Miss Medlin, she made me feel very safe and made me feel very heard, not only as a student, but as a person. Zaria says Miss Medlin helped her become the confident young woman she is today. Alaska, she admires how Miss Medlin is always empathetic. She jumps on what I need help with, and I notice how she helps students who need more than others. Samira, she told me, every time I come to her with a problem, big or small, she is there for me. And then there's Arturo, who captured something essential about Miss Medlin's magic. He said, I have never experienced another human being so curious and invested in me. He thanked her for simply seeing him, truly seeing who he is and what he stands for. These are not small compliments, y'all. These are heartfelt sentiments of our student body. These are the testimonies of lives touched, minds strengthened, and hearts healed. A counselor, all of you, can change the direction of a student's life. Pam does this every day. She shows up with purpose. She listens with her whole heart. She believes in students before they believe in themselves. And because of that, students walk out of her office stronger, steadier, and more hopeful. Pam, your students describe you as caring, logical, comforting, attentive, encouraging, open-minded, and deeply invested in who they are and what they become. They describe you as a guide, a listener, a problem solver, and sometimes even a lifeline. All of us, students, colleagues, families, honor you for the extraordinary person that you are and the work that you do. Congratulations, Ms. Medlin. You have earned this not only through your professionalism, but through the love, safety, and possibility you pour into the lives of Meadow Creek students every day. We are very grateful for you.
Our next award is the Mary Jo Hannaford Counselor Administrator of the Year. Mary Jo Hannaford was a nationally renowned counselor, educator, and supervisor. Ms. Hannaford served as coordinator of counseling for Gwinnett County Public Schools for more than 10 years. She worked tirelessly to advocate for students. Ms. Hannaford was responsible for our district having a counselor in every elementary school. In honor of her service to Gwinnett County Public Schools, we recognize the Mary Jo Hannaford Administrator of the Year Award. I would like to invite Amy Burke, Katrina Cole Garner, and Mike Whelan, counselors at Gwinnett School of Mathematics, Science, and Technology, to introduce this year's Mary Jo Hannaford Counselor Administrator of the Year.
This administrator's support is practical, persistent, and deeply rooted in her respect for the work school counselors do. Whether she's shielding time for student crises or lifting us up during burnout season, she is the kind of partner every school counselor hopes for. She works behind the scenes to ensure that even during all hands-on-deck testing days, at least one counselor stays available for student support. At a school that gives over 3,700 AP exams and tests all 9th through 11th grade students on PSAT day, that is no small feat. It's just one example of how she clears the way for us to stay grounded in our purpose, being there for students when they need us most. During recommendation season, she offers to cover duties so we have uninterrupted time to write. When we were struggling to find space in the schedule for our guidance lessons, she coordinated with teachers and facilities to secure classroom time. She believes deeply that proactive counseling matters, and she acts on that belief. She brings the same intentionality to every system she touches. With our MTSS team, she helped develop a clear, consistent process for tracking and responding to student concerns. She collaborates with teachers, families, and support staff to make sure no student falls through the cracks. In fact, the student retention rate at our school has steadily increased since she took on the role of supporting our department over 3 years ago. Did we mention she has even stepped in to tutor students who need math support? This administrator is one of our biggest champions. She helps us shape ideas into reality, like launching a mini college fair during flex time, presenting a grounding card to promote mental health strategies, or co-creating our 9th grade roadmap to success for families. She doesn't just say yes, she says, "How can I help?" And somehow, amid all of this, she remembers birthdays. She bakes, she decorates. She makes us laugh when the stress is high and celebrates us when we forget to celebrate ourselves. These small acts of kindness aren't small at all. They're the glue that holds a team together. Her leadership is intentional, humble, and impactful. She sees our students, she sees our team. And in seeing us, she helps all of us to do our work better, braver, and with more joy. It is our great honor to present the Mary Jo Hannaford Counselor Administrator of the Year Award to Ms. Sarah Axman from the Gwinnett School of Math, Science, and Technology. Thank you very much. Sorry for all the it's okay.
Our school counselors lead the way. They listen to understand so students feel seen and supported. They empower students to recognize their strengths, voice their needs, and take ownership of their future. They advocate to ensure every student has a real opportunity to thrive, and they inspire students to dream, opening doors to possibility and helping them see themselves in futures they once thought were out of reach. Before we close, we'd like to thank you for joining us this morning and sharing in the incredible work of our GCPS school counselors. A list of individuals and groups who helped make this morning a success are located on the back of the agenda. Please take a moment as we could not execute today's program without them. In addition, there are a few people we want to thank publicly. GCPS TV, thank you for your guidance and support throughout this event and for making sure the videos and technical components ran smoothly this morning. Martha Dyer and Condria Woods, this event would not be possible without your expertise, partnership, and support. Our sponsors, thank you to Peach State Federal Credit Union for your continued support of the Counselor of the Year recognition ceremony, and to Scholastic Images for providing rings for our Counselors of the Year. Our school counselors, thank you for being here today to honor your peers and to allow us to celebrate you and your programs during National School Counseling Week. We see you, we value you, and we are grateful for the work you do each day for each and every student. At this time, we'd like to invite all of our winners to come to the stage with their awards so we can celebrate them all together. All our winners, come on up. Just right. Our admin. Can we please honor our winners with one more round of applause? This concludes the Counselor of the Year recognition ceremony. Counselors, our business meeting will begin at 9:30 here in the boardroom. Thank you all for your attendance and have a wonderful day.